Hello, my name is Mark Darby from the Ashtanga Yoga in Montreal, and today I want to talk about Pashimattanasana. So, its translation is an extended western stretch. So, the west of the body is the back of the body, so we're trying to create a great extension of the back of the body. So, it requires that first we come to Dandasana, and from Dandasana it requires a forward bend. We need to create a foundation. So I want to create an action where I'm not stretching, where I'm actually creating a lift in the body and reaching forward. So it requires I have very active legs, connected legs. And one of the easiest ways to connect the legs is just simply by spreading the toes. So in actual fact, the skin and the soles of the feet stretches. Another way of getting it, I'm just going to separate the legs to show you this, would be just to let you know how little effort is required, or the lack of effort is required, but we just want this feeling of pushing with the hands, very little action of pushing the foot over and then resisting, and this will create a very strong muscular energy inside the leg. And if we do the other way, just let it release and then push back, we're going to activate the inner muscles in the other way, so we have this very strong connection that connects all the way into the core of the body. So we can basically get that where both feet, we can press the legs together and have a sense of pushing outwards. So when I'm actually in the posture, I prefer to bring my hands to the side and have an action where I'm pushing in both directions, pushing and connecting that way. So that would activate the legs, and from that length, that activation, I connect to here. So I don't ever have to pull forward. I actually start to reach forward and create this reaching motion. In fact, quite often I'll teach it where I just bring the arms to this position. So I take the arms completely out of the equation and ask people to try and reach forward, try and reach to go forward. And it's a very different action than using the arms. So we're trying to activate the legs to connect to the core, from the core of the bandhas, trying to create that action where we reach forward. And in this action, that means the back becomes much more round, much more extension of the spine, having this rounder back. So I'll show you a little bit from the side that I'll sit, activate the legs, and this activation, if you can see it, as I press, the lower abdomen comes in, creating this action where I suck the belly in, which would be the Ujjayi breath, and taking the navel backwards would mean that the action would descend the tailbone. So the tailbone is going in this direction from about here, from where this action is, but on the other side it's lengthening the other way. So I have two actions. I have a pulling action and a lengthening action as I go forward. And then I'll come down, touch here, and just bring the forehead to the knee. So this is the position I like. Another part of the body we've got to look about is what happens to the shoulders. So the positioning of the shoulders is very important. If we try and reach too far, we'll get this action, and that's what we'll look like, and we're going to try and breathe. It's not going to really work. So we still want to maintain this importance of the shoulder girdle. This needs to be maintained. And one of the things that I do is quite often I'll actually push, maintaining this girdle. And if that action, when I push, means the back is going to round, if I can maintain this shoulder girdle. If I go like this and extend too far and push, see what happens to the rounding of my back. See where it is? If I push the shoulders forward, it's very much in the upper back. But if I can bring the shoulder blades back and then push, it creates a bend in the whole spine. It creates extension in the whole spine rather than just in the upper back. So it's very important to maintain this shoulder girdle. Hands coming in, and I'll press in. This pressing in means that there's a connection through my arms into, again, the, as I call this, the pelvis of the upper body. So I get this connection to the pelvis of the upper body. I breathe in, I actually press and reach forward. And then I completely relax. I have a feeling of relaxing the armpits as I breathe in. And then the compression as I exhale. And then relax, breathing in. Exhaling. Coming further forward. The head is also important. I don't want the head to drop or extend like this. I want to maintain the connection of the head to the spine, not the attachment, connection, not just attached, but connected. So these little hints. So one more time, Dandasana, spreading the toes, activating the leg, connecting to the bandha, breathing in, coming forward as I maintain the shoulder girdle, coming down, placing the hands, breathing in, and then exhale. The compression as I lower down. Relax. Compress. Relax. Compress. Thank you very much. This was Darby from the Ashtanga Yoga Shala, Montreal. Sweet.